Do you know what that tastes of?
What?
Another 0-0.
Ooh, hang on. Let me taste it once more.
Yeah, I could do with another one of them.
Oh, yes, please.
We're back.
Cheers, by the way.
We're back. Yeah, good to see you.
Weirdest start to a podcast ever, and I'm
Good to see
sorry
you.
for the audio listeners. We just drunk some beer, basically.
Well, I think the new approach of Daniel Farke is one of pragmatism and defensiveness, and I just want to go into this podcast calm and composed.
Yeah.
Because usually it will descend into chaos.
And to stay calm in life, always drink Lakens.
Responsibly and not while driving. But other than that, I agree. 20% off in the link in the description below. How was things? The last time I saw you, we were on a boat.
Yeah, we were. Big up to Marine Power, by the way, the finest boat sales business on the Norfolk Broads.
Had one of the most nerve-wracking moments of my life that day.
Yeah, well, go on then, explain.
So we get to Brundle, amazing boat journey. The weather was stunning.
So good.
I mean, they talk of Indian summers. This was a really stunning day.
A Sargent summer.
Your dad was kind of at the helm, captaining.
Yeah.
It felt like we were Bond villains escaping from a scene. Anyway, we get to Norwich, and I'm thinking we might dock up around like Rush Cutters or along that sort of quiet patch through Thorpe.
Laken's kicking in at this point as well, by the way.
And you're going, let's dock up with the Queen of Iceni. Now that is immediate red flags for me. The Queen of Iceni on match day is the busiest pub in the whole of Norwich.
Yeah.
And often pulls a crowd that sometimes don't like us. Now, that is an issue in itself.
Yeah.
Then I don't know what the water was doing. I'm not as scientific as some, but that water was swirling.
Right.
And that boat wasn't playing ball.
Okay.
And it was moving.
Yeah.
And we couldn't dock up properly. And I'm trying to get off, and as I'm trying to go that way, the boat's going this way. And there is a moment where my legs are as far astride as they could possibly go. The boat is leaving me. I'm desperately trying to find hollow, solid ground.
Mate, I thought you were in the drink at one point. I thought you were going to go in the water.
And there are chants echoing around the Queen of Iceni, directed towards me of wanker, wanker.
That's just embarrassing. I was already on the shore at this point.
You were gone,
smiling and
laughing. You were having a pint
along.
inside while I'm stumbling along. Anyway, we got on, and we got to Carrow Road, and we witnessed a clean sheet. Should we start with the positives?
Yes. Defensively great. Solid as a rock.
You say that with
almost
an element of.
Well, I mean, yeah. Look, I'm happy with another clean sheet. I'm happy. Hang on, no, I need to be careful with this. I'm frustrated that it was another shoulda. To add that to the shoulda box that we spoke about last time.
It's overflowing at this point.
Burnley, Arsenal, Leicester, definitely Brighton.
Yeah. Should
have got 3 points against Brighton, mate. They were there for the taking, and I just hope that we don't live to regret those games come the end of this season. We've said that October and November are vital months for us, and they will tell the tale of this Premier League season for Norwich City, unless we pull off the greatest great escape ever in Premier League history to survive. And, off the back of a draw at Burnley, you then come into that Brighton game at home thinking, actually, you know what? My chest's puffed out here. I'm up for giving this a good go. Fans on side, back after the international break, all rested up. And of course, for the reasons that we all know, we couldn't quite do it.
I'm with you there. I am sensing
I can't buzz from a defensive display, mate. That's my point. I can't. I'm sure it feels good for the defence. I'm sure Timmy Krul's buzzing.
Yeah, he played well.
Yeah, I'm sure the Bovril boys in the City stand are buzzing. Oh, it's a solid point, but points don't get me going. Wins get me going.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, 1 point.
I was really surprised actually of how positive social media and people in the ground were after the 0-0.
Oh, well, you are quite negative these days.
No, I just have standards for my football team. But
are your expectations blown out, Jack? Do
I
you realise who we are compared to these clubs?
Well, I
like
think
Brighton's owner is like over $1 billion.
Yeah, I mean, Tony Bloom is a very clever fella. What I'm saying is, I think we gave Brighton way too much respect. People were solely looking at the league table and going, "Oh, Brighton are 4th or 5th. They must be amazing." Their start to the season has been very easy, and they've got through games by the skin of their teeth. That isn't to disrespect Brighton because they are a good team.
Okay,
but what I'm saying is,
I'm going to disrespect
we shouldn't
them.
be settling for a 0-0 and being really happy with that. There were positive elements that I'm sure we will get onto.
Well, let's level it out, because I need to disrespect Brighton. Everyone knows I don't like Brighton. Look, I tried to put on a brave face.
You put in a very good act last week.
You know, me and Ryan, the Brighton fan, you know, we got together on camera. He slagged us off, you know, so I you know, we had a bit of backwards and forwards on that. I must say, Brighton and Hove Albion, biggest false position in Premier League history. How the hell are they in 4th?
Yeah, I mean...
They are so average. And look, I have no doubt they'll beat us at the Amex. No doubt. But...
So what does that make us?
They were they were so average. Like, they were there for the taking. That's why I left Carrow Road with frustration. But I think the Norwich players were frustrated. I know Max came on camera afterwards, Max Aarons, and gave a really good post-match speech about how it was literally just that clinical nature in front of goal that would have made a difference. Farker echoed those comments. But
how often have we been saying that,
I know,
Chris?
mate, I'm on your team on this.
Good.
For once, I agree with you, but I'm just trying to get onto the other side of the fence for all of the people that are on that side in the YouTube sphere at the moment.
Let's talk about a resounding positive from this game.
Go on.
Matthias Norman.
Mate, he's a resounding positive every game. When are we talking about building a statue for him? No, wait, what's funny about that?
Already?
Mate, building one. God, by the way, he'd look good as a statue, wouldn't he, with those abs?
He would look good, to be fair. Yeah, he would. He's got something about him, hasn't he?
I had today some geezer from the most popular Norwegian newspaper.
You just call him some geezer. I'm sure he's a very respected figure.
Mats, someone is his name, from some Norwegian newspaper. Anyway, he was contacting me saying, "Tell me about Matthias."
Right.
Like, it's all kicking off in Norway. They're buzzing about it.
Oh, really?
Oh, because he's in the Premier League and he's tearing it up. Look, put it this way: if Norwich go down, if we go down, which we're not, we'll stay up. But if we go down, Matthias Norman will be Premier League, no doubt, regardless.
Do you know that?
Did you see that skill against Brighton? 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, and then that flick in between the legs as well. I mean, that's absolutely sexual.
Do you want me to turn this resounding positive into a negative?
No, I don't.
I'm going to anyway.
Okay, go on then.
He was deemed not good enough for Brighton, and I think that shows the difference in...
Oh, bugger off.
What?
Because I spoke to Brighton fans after the game and they were saying, "Cool, we really missed a trick with Matthias Norman."
Oh, really? Okay.
So you're wrong there. So you can sit down and shut up.
Norman was good. Now, let's address the elephant in the room here. And that's the fact we can't score goals. I've worked it out that we have had 85 shots on goal this season, and from open play we've scored once. That is a serious worry. And we had the best chance we will get all season at the weekend. Josh Sargent, 15, 16 yards out from goal, acres of space, loads of time. It didn't even reach the line. I don't think it even needed a clearance. I don't think it was getting there. But we're like right behind him or right in front of him. Did you ever feel confident that was going to hit the back of the net?
Yeah, I did.
You couldn't have said that in a less convicting way.
I believe. No, that's the. Hang on. Let's put this in perspective before you jump on the Sargent slander. Your latest player to villainise, just like Lucas Root.
Oh, come on.
Tim Krul, Timu Pukki. Let's add them all together.
I think I was really buzzing about Sargent.
When Sargent went through on goal,
yes,
I expected him to put it in the back of the net. Of course, I believed he'd put it in the back of the net.
Why?
But he didn't. And that's okay.
Well, it's not okay. It's far from okay.
No, I know it's not okay, but I am going to look, as much as it was a horrific miss, like, you've got to score from there. Yeah. There's no doubt about it. And it's fair to criticise him on that. But what I will not stand for is some of the slander that he's been getting on social media.
I don't think he has been.
Mate.
I think it's the opposite of slander. I'm surprised how positive it's been. Well, I'm seeing.
What do you mean? Why aren't you supporting the players? He's missed one chance, Jack, albeit for 3 points.
He hasn't scored in the Premier League. He's missed a whole host of chances.
Oh, no. Go on then. What were the other chances?
There was an absolute corker against Leicester.
Yeah, there was.
Okay, maybe not a whole host, but there was. What I'm saying
one
is,
other.
I like Josh Sargent. I like what he's about.
Wrong.
Passion.
No, you don't.
I do.
What, mate, you are literally lying to the people on TNC.
There is an element of nuance that people forget. You can like someone and also see flaws in them. Okay? And I am seeing certain flaws in Josh Sargent, as there are with most of our players, because we're not paying 60 million quid for players. I'm seeing a lot of people praising Josh Sargent, who, let's not forget, is a £9 million striker, for running around and jumping a lot. Now that, for me, is the bare minimum of what I expect from any football player, is to run around and jump. Now, he jumps well.
It's harsh,
and he brings Timu Pukki into the game well.
Jack.
But, Chris, we have spent the most amount of money we've ever spent on a striker.
Has he been given enough game time? That's the golden question.
Well, I would argue,
I think
game time aside, he's had enough chances to score.
He needed to bury the one against Leicester or the one against Brighton. I agree with that. I just think it's too harsh to jump on Josh's back, right?
I'm not jumping on his back. I'm just saying.
You are.
I'm surprised that people are so positive about what I deem the bare minimum.
Well, it's not all about you, is it?
Yeah, but I think we should
One team, one dream.
I think we should have incredibly high standards for this football club.
Right, I think it's very evident that the new signings we brought in need time to settle in. We've agreed previously we don't have the time for players to settle in, okay?
Yes.
So we are acknowledgement of that. What I would say is, and let's be honest, Farker has fucked around with the system.
I wonder where you were going with that.
He has.
Yeah. Yeah?
He's fucked around with the system.
I mean, that's not the kind of insight I think they'd get on Match of the Day, but you do on the TNC podcast, yeah?
And now, and right, there's two issues here, Jack, for me anyway, but let us know in the comment section.
Mr. Positive is finding more issues than me today.
Let me know in the comment section what you think the issues are regarding why we can't score. I think there's two things here.
Okay.
One, we're definitely not creating enough chances for Timu Pukki. Timu Pukki. I've only had one, Lakens. Hasn't been supplied enough.
Agreed.
And he's also been supplied the wrong type of balls as well.
That's good from you.
Thank you. Wow, you feeling all right?
Yeah, that's good from you.
And the second thing is, we've signed two wingers.
Oh, don't get me started.
We've signed two wingers to change the system to feed Pukki the balls that he wants, but we're not. We're playing a defensive system that sits back, sucks it up, and then hits teams on the counter. But we can't hit. Hang on. Here's the worst part about it.
Trying to go through my deep breath system.
Those are the two things. Here's the worst part about it, Jack.
What? That wasn't the worst bit.
No.
Oh no.
We can't even hit teams on the counter. Who's hitting teams on the counter? Who on that pitch can hit teams on the counter?
Well, there was.
I'll tell you who. Our wing backs. What happens when our wing backs hit teams on the counter? We get exposed. They intercept it. We get done from behind. Crosses in, goal. 1-0. Who? Them. It's every week. So, for me, sorry. Look, we stick for that. We stick to that system for Chelsea against Leeds. I need to see some sort of attacking desire from Farker from the off. And I'm not pinning this all on Farker, by the way, because that team and also the formation, as much as I didn't like it personally, reflectively and in hindsight, he got it right. It's just that Sargent didn't bury his chance.
Yeah.
So you could argue the system's working-ish.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
No, I understand that. And if Sargent buries it or Pukki buries that chance where Rashica puts him through and you win 1-0, we're sat here raving.
I just think with Sargent, mate, he's not played enough minutes. He's been chopped and changed in and out. He's trying to develop a partnership with Pukki, where Pukki's not even being fed any balls. It's very tough for Josh Sargent at the moment.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stand by Sargent.
No, so am I. I was interested by Dan O'Hagan's tweet on Sunday, and he said it wasn't being kind of patronising, but he said, like, look, when Norwich signed Josh Sargent, I said from the off, very good physically, one of the best out there physically.
Agreed.
He's not a finisher. And I think we've seen that. And that's fine because he can bring, and he does bring something to the game. I just think...
Look, I feel that the thing that worries me is that I feel like we're sounding like a broken record. And
well, we're seeing the same things over and over again. We're doing the same things over and over again and expecting different results, aren't we?
And we're not. We're getting 0-0 draws.
Yeah. The positive, and if we were to invite some, a various number of Norwich fans into the room, you'd have some going, well, we're simply not good enough. We haven't won. We're down. It's game over. Yeah. The other end is, well, Farke has adapted. We've found a way to stay solid at the back, and results will come. And I do get that standpoint. But my worry is they're not going to come quick enough. And we've already said goodbye to Watford and Brighton and Leicester at home. Games you need to be winning if you're going to survive. Because suddenly, when we're going to Stamford Bridge on Saturday and you still haven't won,
look,
things become difficult.
I will be sounding that horn after November. But for now, I still think there's enough time to make up ground.
Okay,
I believe that.
Yes, and that's what people were saying to me on Twitter when I got slightly irate on Saturday evening, which is incredibly unlike me. They were saying, well, how can you be saying we haven't got the time when we're only, I think it's 2 points behind Burnley or something like that, and Leeds are yet to win? Yes, but their form will pick up, and I'm not seeing really that much.
Why can't our form pick up?
Well, I'm not seeing enough to suggest that it will. I'm not seeing the evidence.
But what is it? I tell you what is evident though, Jack.
We've had one person score for us in the league this season.
That there is a very clear and unfortunate divide in the Norwich City fan base right now, where it's either, well, look, there might be some people in the middle. I think I might be in the middle. I'm a bit undecided. It's mainly because of the Lakers. Where one morning I wake up and I'm on the positive side and I'm thinking, yeah, you know what? There's time. We're defensively more sound. And there's one day where I wake up and I'm like, we ain't scoring any goals. We're fucking around with the formation. We're playing players that shouldn't even be in a championship squad.
Who's that? Oh, wow, you've gone there. No, I want to know. You can't dangle that, can you?
No, it's harsh. No, not championship squad, sorry.
No, that's what you said.
No, Premier League squad is what I meant.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure.
I don't know if you are sure.
I'm sure. My point is...
Very interesting.
Yeah, you know where I'm going with that.
Okay.
Look, we still need a win. We're still winless. And as much as I'm buzzing about the fact we've got a draw, it's not getting me going.
Okay.
Is it getting you going in the comments section? Let us know.
Yeah.
Can we move on? It's all very depressing, isn't it?
The one thing that Norwich fans and the football community in general have been incredibly together with is the news surrounding Dan Barden, Big Bad Barden, as we like to call him, who was really good in the Championship last season. Incredible young talent who's sadly being diagnosed with testicular cancer. It was announced by the football club today. Treatment is undergoing. Dan Barden is apparently in an incredibly positive mindset. But that's a shock. What is he, like 20?
Yeah.
21, something like that. And that's a real blow. He's on loan at Livingston, I think, at the moment, up in Scotland. And he'll obviously have a lengthy time out from football to undergo treatment. But from everyone here at the TNC Podcast, and I'm sure in general, I saw an outpouring of love for Big Bad Barden today. Our thoughts are very much with him, and we hope his treatment goes well.
Big up Big Bad Barden, and also as potentially memeable or laughable this comment is, it actually shows that it's really important, boys, to check your balls.
Yeah.
Check your balls, because Big Bad Barden is only 20 years old and has got testicular cancer. So it's really, really sad. And I hope that by this all coming to light, that younger blokes...
It's awareness, isn't it?
Yeah, check themselves out. It's really important to do that.
I thought, on a different tangent, I was watching the Newcastle game yesterday. And this is going along the health line.
Right, okay.
And I thought there was a really nice bit of broadcasting from Sky around CPR.
Yeah.
And I think, we've seen it quite a lot over the last 12 months with Ericsson and the Newcastle fan yesterday. And like these things, if they're given that kind of awareness in sport, it can make a huge difference.
Yeah. So
that's
big up,
incredibly important.
So big up, big bad Barden. We love you, mate.
We do. Should we cause some more controversy? Or shall our viewers cause more controversy?
Viewers, come on, it's not on us.
Let's start with a nice easy one from Ethan Wright.
Go on, Ethan Wright. Let's check out the profile picture, please.
Oh, it's a good one. It's the celebration from Man
classic
City.
Man City.
I just love the Stiepermann celebration.
Yeah, brilliant. What's Ethan saying?
Never understood the Sargent hype in the first place. Now I'm certain he has no place in the side. He's a striker whose goal-scoring record is utterly dreadful. When we have so much other talent on the bench and Pukki being 100% starter, I don't see why he should play.
Cool.
Straight in with the punchy stuff.
Ethan, I respect your opinion. I think it's really harsh.
Yeah, I think that's
really
that's a tad harsh.
And by the way, I don't think you can say, oh, Pukki has to start.
No.
Pukki's only scored once from open play, so you know, I would actually this might sound really funky to people after the miss against Brighton. I would quite like to see Josh Sargent start up front on his own one game. You know, like maybe that will sound. Maybe people will say I sound deluded for that, but I think you can see what Norwich's scouting and transfer policy has been. We know that we're trying to uncover diamonds in the rough because that's what we have to do.
Yes.
But I do respect the fact that Ethan knows what he wants and he's not getting it.
Yeah. Well, I think that in terms of the goal-scoring record, it's not great across his career. Let's not forget he is still incredibly young, and there's a lot more to come from Josh Sargent.
But Pukki's wasn't great when we first signed him.
And I was going to say, like, Josh Sargent adds a lot of other stuff other than just goal-scoring. Now, this comes back to we used to argue a lot about Stephen Naismith. I used to think he was a defensively minded attacking midfielder, and you hated that.
I forgot you covered that.
I am going along a similar line with a striker that doesn't score goals.
I forgot. Hang on, sorry. Oh, that's one of your worst shouts of all time. That's one of your worst shouts of all time. Stephen Naismith, who we signed as a striker, by the way. Oh yeah, he's a defensive midfielder. He's a defensively minded midfielder, mate.
No, he was a defensively minded attacking midfielder.
What were you on about? To this day, I will never forgive you for that. Anyway,
they were the days where I used to try and find positivity where it wasn't. And now I've just gone the opposite way.
But those were the days when we had the Mbok up top. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Even now?
Yes, please. Mate, the Mbok would cause massive issues. I couldn't speak a word of English, so a bit of a
doesn't matter.
Bit of trouble.
The language he had was goal scoring, and that's universal. That is a universal language.
Honestly, people laugh. I love the Mbok. He scared me so much.
For some reason, didn't like Mbakani. He scored a lot more goals than a lot of strikers we've had before.
Mbakani's having a party.
Can we have a bit of respect on his name?
Mbakani's having a party. You can fuck off, Jamie Vardy. Was the chant?
Yeah.
Anyway,
indeed.
Continue on. Tangent as always. Next question or statement.
Fish. This is from
Fish.
Yeah, just fish.
Fish.
Looks like a lower bar. Looks like that's quite near our seat, actually.
Hello. Interesting.
Hi, Fish.
Right, what's Fish saying?
Surely it has to be time to factor in a bit of pace up top. Jolis and Rashica zipping forwards and squaring balls to Pukki sits quite well with me.
Fish. Oh, Fishy's on the Lakins.
Yeah, Fishy's having a good time.
No, you know what, Fishy? That really gets me going. That really but that gets us all going.
Yeah.
That's what gets us off our seat.
But it doesn't get Daniel Farke going.
No, it doesn't get Daniel Farke going.
No.
Zolis, just picture it now, Jack.
Okay, I'll shut my eyes.
Zolis on one side, Milo on the other.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Talk to me.
Billy or Toddy in number 10.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Is that getting you going?
Yeah.
You feeling that?
Getting there.
And then up top, Teemu Pukki, the GOAT, being fed through balls, ahead of him, on the floor, for him to dink past the keeper.
Yeah. I mean, seems good to me. Seems very good to me. I think it's a real shame we haven't seen more of Christos Jolis.
And clearly, because of that penalty issue...
Do you think it is because of that?
You know it's because of that.
If so, that's so petty.
You know it's because of that. It happened to Oliveira. It happened with Cameron Jerome, Wes, Russ. Anyone that does anything like that, you're in big trouble.
So what does Jolis have to do to get back in the team?
I don't know, mate. But, he's not even getting on as a sub.
Yeah, that's a worry.
I mean,
I mean, he's gone from Farke describing as Europe's next big talent.
This is what I don't get, and I need to.
He's gone. Chris is gone. Head loss.
No, people will be with me listening to this on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, watching this on YouTube. They will be with me.
Okay, come on then.
How the hell is Zolis not even getting on the pitch at the moment? When we're trying to bring the game to the opposition. There's all of this stuff about disrupting the flow of the game and patience and sitting tight and shutting up shop and... Why do you go to the football? To get excited. And this doesn't get us excited, does it?
I go to watch solid defensive lineups.
Oh, you do.
And
right.
regular clean sheets.
I don't know why. And I tell you something else as well. Why is Adam Edu coming on the 89th minute?
Yeah, that's
Brighton?
utterly pointless.
Pointless. Sorry, Adam. Adam, by the way, fan of the channel, lovely guy, top man. Pointless.
It's not Adam's fault.
Do you know what? I'd rather Adam go for a shower and get home early and get some sleep.
Yeah.
I really would.
Yeah.
Bring him on the 89th minute. He's never going to do anything there. Bring him on earlier or not at all. And the same goes for Zolis. Anyway, I've gone from a massive ranty tangent.
Keeping on a similar...
It frustrates me so much.
Charlie's got in touch. Hello, Charlie.
Let's see Charlie. Oh, here he is.
Yeah.
Top man.
Quite like the wooden effect ceiling he's got going. Quite
up,
sort of Canadian feeling.
Big up, Charlie.
Now, we ask, obviously, for questions. We ask for statements, worries, rants, raves. And Charlie's got a statement.
Love a statement.
And he just says, Christos Jolis.
You see, mate, I don't...
That's the thing I like about Charlie. There's no messing about.
Your point... Right, let's go back to your point, because I went off on a tangent, but you bring up something brilliant here.
Do I?
Yeah,
That's the first time I've ever done that.
Yeah, it's about blooming time as well.
Yeah.
Daniel Farke says that Christos Zolis is one of the world's or European...
I think he's in Europe, yeah.
Europe's top upcoming youngsters. That's a big statement, considering Daniel Farke's pedigree and experience and reputation with bringing through young, exciting players.
Yes.
I don't understand how you can go from that to not playing him. Maybe I'm being too much of a football fan here. Mate, am I drunk?
Well, I think the issue has come because of the formation, and in the current formation, I don't quite know where. But
and that's the sensible answer, and that's the right answer.
Well, I don't know if it's sensible because it's maddening to me. It's mind bending the fact that we have spent so much money on a talent and we're not playing them.
Zolis and Mila Rashica and Todd Cantwell aren't the only ones falling victim to this, by the way.
Who else?
The other ones that are falling victim to it, big one, which we haven't even spoken about yet.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
It's Billy Gilmour.
Well, let's talk about Billy Gilmour. Okay. Just quickly fill some airtime to go back. By the way,
just on
here we go.
Okay, whilst you find it, then just a quick point. Like, I really want to make this clear. I feel like I always need to say this now to add context. I love Daniel Farke. I respect what Daniel Farke has done.
No, you don't have to add context at all.
I really do.
You can have that opinion.
I'm struggling at the moment with some of the decisions that we're making.
You're struggling because Norwich City haven't won a Premier League football match.
I shouldn't apologise for that, should I?
No, you shouldn't. No.
Okay, go on.
This was in the Express last week. Chelsea may have to reverse their decision to send 20-year-old Scotland midfielder Billy Gilmour out on loan to Norwich City after Canaries manager Daniel Farke said, "We are not here to develop players for other clubs." Now that seems an odd one, doesn't it?
Why would you say that? Oh,
has it been slightly misinterpreted, or do you think he means that?
Well, how else could it be interpreted?
Well, I don't know.
We're not here to develop other people's players.
Well, isn't that the whole point of a loan? Isn't that literally what a loan deal is?
Mate, it's another stinker. It's a stinker. I don't know what... Daniel Farke keeps coming out with stuff in press conferences where I'm thinking... I really respect you, but I have no idea what you're having for breakfast at the moment.
It's similar to, I really respect you, but after a few beers, I'm going, I think he's lost the plot.
Why is he saying that?
Billy Gilmour.
If I'm Chelsea, I'm bringing him back. No, I am bringing him back.
Are you?
All of the Chelsea fans that we speak to,
Thomas Tuchel and Daniel Farke love each other.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that's a good point. That's
probably
will help.
Yeah,
that will help. That's a really good point.
What have you made of Billy Gilmour? Because out of all of the signings we made in the summer, in terms of excitement and fanfare, he was the one.
Yeah.
Huge excitement.
And rightly so. He's just gone and won the Champions League.
a brilliant performance in the Euros for Scotland. Once again, in the last international break, excelling for Scotland in their World Cup qualification. The argument from Norwich fans towards Billy Gilmour is he feels somewhat of a luxury player. Would you agree with that?
I think... Okay, I think there's only two sides to this argument. There's the Billy Gilmour's a luxury player argument, or there's the it's Daniel Farke's job, to get the best out of Billy Gilmour.
I like that.
Our conversation previously is we've had to massively revert back to what we really want to do, to just defend and shut up shop.
Yeah.
Because at the start of the season, it was getting embarrassing, wasn't it? The amount of goals that we were leaking. So unfortunately, Billy has been a victim of that, and for that, I do stand with Daniel Farke, and I do feel for him because he's perhaps being vilified for not playing Billy. But if you play Billy, you're then sacrificing a player that we need probably more than him right now. Billy, I stand by it, still is the most exciting player that we signed.
Yeah.
In terms of like when they first came in, looking at them all on paper, Billy was the man. He is the man. He's so talented.
Yeah, and when you see Billy Gilmour on the ball, you do go, "Oh, he's good." And
of course you do.
And the game, I think Liverpool in the Cup was the game where it really highlighted me that he did some brilliant things in that game.
Yeah.
And equally, he was caught out of position a few times. He's young, and he hasn't had to do this scrapping job before. I still think he's levels above some of the players we've got in our team.
But I do think we are finding out, and perhaps similarly to Brandon Williams, that although these players are very talented and they've come from obviously a bigger team with a reputation of developing better quality players, I think now that they have to do more than ever before. For example, Brandon Williams' positioning. He doesn't need to... He won't be caught out as much at Manchester United, but he will at Norwich City.
Yeah.
Billy Gilmour, you need to track back at Norwich City, because if you don't track back at Norwich City, you're going to be in big trouble, right? You can't... You haven't got N'Golo behind you mopping up, by the way, who's going for the...
You got Matthias Norman
Ballon d'Or. By the way, Matthias Norman, fair play. Look, for me, Billy Gilmour, he's a number 10.
Oh, okay.
He's a number 10.
Okay.
You play him in that number 10, he pulls the strings and he makes things happen. And I'm really up for that.
The only problem is, Chris, is we don't play number 10.
I know, but why are we not playing a number 10?
I don't know.
Because that's the way that we get Team Pookie scoring.
Yeah, I know.
I know you know. That's the thing that hurts me.
You're preaching to the converted. Let's get some positives.
Love Billy though, by the way. Still.
Craigo. Hey,
Craigo!
Yeah, Craig's
Go
back.
on, Craigo.
Unbeaten in October. What is there to rant about?
Oh, fair play.
I mean, he's throwing that little grenade out there, isn't he?
Well, that's a nice bit of nice perspective piece.
Couple of 0-0s.
Yes, please. Moving on. You can't get excited about a 0-0 as a football fan, Con. We can all put a positive spin on it, but
I think the most frustrating thing for me was I came out of Carrow Road on Saturday to about 10 WhatsApp messages from fans of other clubs with just this screenshot of Josh Sargent's miss going, what has happened?
I don't know.
And I'm like, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. Who's next? Come on.
Matt Gregory.
Matt Gregory.
Let's go a little off piste here.
Go on the Matt Greg.
Delia's or Stoke Mill for a meal out?
Oh.
So if you don't know what Stoke Mill is...
Stoke Mill.
Explain it.
Stoke Mill. Modern contemporary fine dining.
It is very good.
To be fair, they are a client of mine. Stoke Mill, amazing.
Yeah, really good.
My favourite meal in Norfolk, 100%. I know I'm biased, but genuinely, when you go, you'll know.
In the whole of Norfolk?
When you go, you'll know. I like Stoke Mill. I also like the Gunton Arms.
Yeah. And we are going to Morstan soon.
Well, eventually.
Galton, if you're watching.
Jack Reeves says to me, by the way, this is the TNC fans need to know this, right? This guy, right? My Christmas present last year, he goes, Chris, I'm going to treat you this year. And I thought, oh, that's so lovely. Thanks, Jack. He says, I'm going to treat you to a meal at Morstan Hall. I went, happy days. When is it? Brilliant. Good. Really excited for this.
There was a lockdown straight after.
Then Jack says to me, Yeah, not booked it yet. I went, okay, that's fair enough. Anyway, we're now, how many months has it been?
We are approaching a year.
It's been a year.
It'll be worth the wait.
It's an absolute shambles.
It'll be worth the wait.
Anyway, there you go. Stoke Mill is the answer.
What was I going to say? We had I'm not going to go into detail. We had a wonderful meal, myself and you, with a couple of other people at Stoke Mill, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And a couple of weeks after, everything went wrong.
Yeah, that was around.
Although this kit got released a few days after, that went well.
I think people will put 2 and 2 together there. Anyway, Stoke Mill over Delia for me. Over Delia's Canary Catering, that is.
George Edwards.
Yes.
And I'm going to exclude...
Name of the week, by the way.
Yeah.
Solid name. If you said to me, tell me a solid name, I would say George Edwards.
If George Edwards is the type of player you're signing on a free in January and is improving the squad. You've signed 100%. George Edwards from Barnsley, and you're like,
and do you know what? And do you know what? He's a backup centre back, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
He absolutely reeks of it. Yeah, there he is. What a boy.
Hard to go wrong with the name of George Edwards. Best of a bad bunch kind of thing here, boys. But signing of the season so far, and I'm excluding Matthias Norman.
Oh, what?
Who undoubtedly is.
Well, it is Matthias Norman, isn't it? Kabak, if not.
Ooh. Yeah, I think he's been good on the whole. Here we go. This is slightly cheating, but he was officially a permanent signing in the summer. Dimitri Yanoulis has been exceptional.
That is cheating.
Okay.
But, well, you say he's been exceptional.
I think he's been really good, Yanoulis. Really good.
Well, against Man City, he made all his mistakes. Daniel Farke then... Right, okay.
Since then.
I'm winding you up. I loved him.
Player of October so far.
Yanoulis, different gravy. Love him. Love him.
Yeah.
How, brilliant signing. Very good.
Callum, of course, who we met on the weekend, the meme machine himself.
Can I just quickly, before we go to Callum, I need to say something about Dimmy. I've been thinking about this for a long time, actually.
You've been mulling over, have you?
Yeah, I've been thinking, whilst we're ranting, I need to get something else off my chest. And I think I might have said this last time.
Right.
I have no idea why we're prioritising a lone player over Dimitri Giannoulis.
Well, we're not now, are we?
As much as I love Brandon, and I know that he'll be a great player one day, I don't understand why Brandon got the nod over Dimmy for so many games.
No.
I understand why you would drop him after Man City, because Dimmy was poor against Man City, but then again, it was Man City.
Do you want me to put another pessimistic spin on this?
I'm so... By the way, for the people that are watching, I'm so sorry. We're so negative at the moment. I apologise.
Brandon Williams was signed to be a right-back come January.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what? I'm buying that from you.
I don't want you to, though.
No, but I said that. I told you that. I told you.
Did you? Right.
I said I've got a sneaky suspicion. Max off in Jan, Brandon slots in at right back.
Yeah, I could see it coming. Anyway, Callum the meme machine.
The meme machine, big up.
You know, you get some people who are deceivingly tall. He's one of them.
He's got a bit of an aura about him, hasn't he? The old meme machine.
Stick him up top and get some balls in the mixer.
Absolutely.
Great question from Callum. When is it acceptable to start watching Christmas films?
I love the random questions that aren't anything to do with
I don't really know if you're a Christmas film man or not. We've never really discussed this, I don't think.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll have a cup, maybe 1 or 2 a year. I wouldn't say I sit there and I'm like, cool, let's get the Christmas films on. But for me, it's no debate. Any earlier than the 1st of December is an instant red card.
Okay.
Instant red card.
Yeah, I'm buying
that. But for me, I think if I was to choose, let's be honest, if the wife says to me, let's watch a Christmas film in the 1st of December, I'm watching it.
What about if it says it 15th of November?
Not happening.
Oh, really?
Out of the room. working on the show notes for the next opposition preview. For me, if I'm choosing, it's the week leading up to Christmas.
Okay, nice.
I think that's acceptable.
Yeah.
What do you think? Why are we talking about Christmas in October?
I'm going after. So my birthday is December the 3rd. My mum's birthday is December 19th. So anything after my mum's birthday, I think. So I agree. Week leading up to Christmas. I am. Here's
still
something
talking
for you.
about Christmas in October.
I'm going slightly on a tangent here.
Go on.
I am very accepting of people in general, right?
Not Josh Sargent. or
There
Lucas
is
Roop,
one
or Tim Krul.
type of person where I'm getting instant red flags. And I'm almost not letting them explain their reasoning. For me, people that like winter over summer.
Shocking.
Instant red flag.
It's a worry.
There is no way back from that.
It's a worry.
What? Why?
It's a worry. You've got to be concerned.
Where are you coming from with that opinion?
I don't know. It's summer all day long, isn't it?
It baffles me. It
Anyway.
really does.
Next. You can tell we've drawn 2 games 0-0 in a row, can't you? We are really scraping the content barrel.
Cam. The Sargent hate has to be cooled off.
Big up Cam.
He brings more to the side than goals, albeit he needs to convert his chances.
Yeah.
But his ability to hold up the play, travel with the ball and bring Pookie into the game is crucial. A decent attacking midfielder to link midfield and attack will all be rosy. And Cam suggests Kieran Dowell. TP? Who's TP?
Team Pookie. Is he not
He's
scored?
put-
Is he not scored in that long? You've forgotten his name.
No, it's because he's put attacking midfielder and then TP. And
Right.
I'm
Okay.
like,
Well, you've only got 140 characters. On
yeah,
Twitter,
it's
so
true. So this is interesting.
Go on.
Cam's going for Dowell in the 10.
Okay. I want a 10. If Dowell means that we have a number 10, fine.
Okay.
I want a number 10.
Okay.
I want it now.
Yeah.
No, I don't want it now. I want it against Leeds. I don't want it against Chelsea. Chelsea, 9 men at the back. Just cover the goal.
Okay. I like that.
Quite frankly, if we can play 2 goalkeepers against Chelsea, I would. Oh, Mickey McGovern. Class.
Steve replied to Cam. Look, we always like to bring balance on this show.
Go on.
He's strong. There's no doubt about it. By the way, let's just have a quick mention
Hang
of
on,
Steve here.
we didn't. No. Before we bugger off on Steve, I need to talk about. Stevie, what a boy!
Yeah.
Top beanie hat that is. Cam. Let's go back to Cam's point about Josh. Sorry, just your comment about Stevie's gonna be. Oh God, that's really got to me. Stevie.
What? What's wrong with
You just
Steve?
made me laugh.
What?
Oh,
Why?
I hate drawing 0-0. I hate drawing 0-0. I really do. Cam, let's get back to Cam.
You don't know
please.
the point you're about to make.
I do.
You don't.
Sergeant, the Sergeant hate needs to be called off.
Yeah.
Totally agree with Cam.
Right. Okay.
That's what I wanted
Is
to
that
say.
the only point you want to
Yes.
make? Right. Let's get back to Steve, who we've rudely interrupted. This is Steve, by the way.
Oh dear.
Stevie.
By the way, I'm not even laughing at Steve. I'm laughing at just you doing that. Like, it's just ridiculous.
He's strong, no doubt about it. However, his first touch most of the time is dreadful. His performance against Burnley verged on the embarrassing.
Who's he talking about?
Sergeant.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, that's a bit harsh. Stevie.
Well, Steve's entitled to his opinion.
Mate, I'm all for Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. You're allowed your opinion, aren't you? I don't agree with it, and that's fine.
Yeah, okay, we'll move on.
Just a random.
A lot of these questions we've answered before.
There's so much about the formation, Jack. This is the thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm really interested to hear from the people listening on iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify. Please do rate us in there, by the way, and YouTube. Drop us in the comments. I really need to know: are we reverting back to a more attacking formation against Leeds, or are we sticking with this 5 at the back thing?
Well, I think the issue, and it's not an issue, the issue is, in Farke's eyes, this formation is working. Right? He's got what he's wanted from it. There have been chances, and we've kept it, on the whole, quiet. Although I would argue that we did give up quite a few chances against Brighton. If it wasn't for Morpie's inability to hit the back of the net, we would have lost that game.
Can't stand Morpie, by the way.
He always misses sitters against us.
Yeah, good.
I remember when he played for Brentford, he missed an absolute
Good.
sitter.
Anyway, move on.
Last question, and I haven't read this through. This is this is from the Camel Toe Gaming.
You've got to be joking me.
Camel Toe Gaming.
No.
The Camel Toe Gaming.
I can't keep doing this. Week in,
There
week
was
out.
a question from you, to be fair. Am I contractually obliged to do this weekly? Yes, you are.
Hamilton game.
Notice how Farke has changed his original plans and is now 5 at the back, with our midfield being the best off-the-ball midfielders. We're now lacking so much creativity, and he's decided to go for lots of draws to cling on to his job. We're still a long way off winning games.
Mate, we can't keep drawing 0-0 and doing podcasts. We just can't. I can't take it. Camel toe gaming. Christ.
Did you hear any of that?
No. God. Right, what's your opinion on Camel Toe Gaming's question?
I think he's actually spot on.
Do you?
Yeah. He's basically saying that Farke's reverted to draws to keep his job, and we're still a long way off winning football matches.
That's strong from CTG.
Strong camel toe.
Mate, we've got to move on from Camel Toe, because if not, I won't make it to the end of this podcast.
We're getting there. Camel Toe Gaming, and to everyone else, thank you.
Saying oh, God. We really need to win a football match soon, because I'm not sure how much longer I can co-host a 0-0 podcast.
We put out a debate on Twitter this morning saying, settle this debate, Prime Morrison or Prime Ernie.
Yeah, go on.
Now, Mark's gone off, completely off-piste here, and he's gone, Robert Earnshaw's better than Pookie.
What?
Yeah.
Mark, wow.
I just thought I'd throw that in there.
I loved Ernie, by the way.
I really liked Stephen Lister's. I'd completely forgotten about the gloves. The gloves added a lot for me.
Big up to Stephen Lister, by the way, our TNC designer. I don't know why people... Do you know what? I need to have another rant.
Oh, not another.
Oh, well, we put out these debates, right? Okay. Me and Jack, right, on a Wednesday, every Wednesday morning, we have a TNC meeting where we plan our content for the week. And when we have friendly debates, we make a note of these players and we put them out. Some bloke today is saying that there's a conspiracy, saying that they're not a debate. Well, it's like, it's just a little social media debate. It's okay, you know. You don't have to take part. It is a debate because we've had the debate.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Now that's off your chest.
Yeah,
let's move on to easier horizons. Chelsea. Want to hear something?
Go on.
We're getting something from it.
What?
After everything I've said, I look at this Chelsea game and think, God, that reeks of a point.
Sell it to me.
0-0.
Sell me this 0-0.
I actually think I can sell this to you.
Go on, sell me the 0-0.
Right.
Sell me the 0-0.
Norwich improving drastically at the back.
Yeah.
Chelsea think they're still top of the league, but let's not get position in this point in the league misunderstood. Brighton were in the Champions League position up until Sunday.
Yeah, and
they're not.
They're very average.
Chelsea, numbers-wise, have been very much overperforming in terms of the points compared to what they should have got. They are way above where they should be at the moment. They are exceeding expectation. Now, you could say that that makes the sign of a good team is a team that picks up points even when they're not performing well. But I'm feeling positive, so I will give you positivity for the next few minutes.
Are you feeling okay?
I have watched Norwich City go to Stamford Bridge. I think I've watched us at Stamford Bridge twice, and on both occasions, we haven't lost.
Quick pause, by the way. Do you remember when we went to Stamford Bridge? The coldest away day of all time. Honestly.
Did we lose that day?
Yeah.
I've been three times there.
But do you remember the burger we had outside the ground? I literally, you won't believe this, people that are watching this. You will not believe this, right? I said, can I have a cheese but like that, okay? And they gave it to me.
Yeah.
And like I hadn't even finished ordering the burger. And it was on me. And I hadn't even paid them.
Yeah.
Fastest burger of all time at Stamford
nice?
Bridge. If you're going to the game, get a burger from Stamford Bridge.
I can't even remember that. I remember that. I don't remember the game.
That says it all, doesn't it? Right.
Who scored?
Chelsea. I'm worried.
Oh, okay.
I tweeted this quite early on. I much to perhaps unpopular opinion, everyone's rimming Liverpool, rimming Man City. For me, Chelsea are a team. They're a team.
Okay.
They are a proper team.
Yeah.
They've got the best goalkeeper in world football right now. in my opinion, and I'm happy to debate on that. They've just got such a solid spine throughout.
Yeah.
N'Golo Kante, by the way, up for the Ballon bloody d'Or.
Yeah.
Who Pookie should have won, by the way, a couple of seasons back. One season back. And Lukaku up top. And I know he's not scored in 4, but he's
Lukaku.
We've got to be seriously switched on against Lukaku. Because if not, he will really damage us. Look, if you said to me now...
I've just got a feeling, Chris.
If you said to me now, Chris, I'll give you a 0-0 draw, what would you pay for it? I'd give you my life savings.
You said you didn't want another 0-0.
I'd give you my life savings.
Another 0-0.
Mate, away at Chelsea, 0-0. Mate, yes please.
Really?
Yes please.
Okay. I've seen us draw 0-0 though before.
Could you imagine if we win? Mate, we always beat one big team when we're in the Premier League. God, imagine how a win would feel.
Well, I can't imagine it because it's been so long. What was the last game we won?
Leicester, home. God, it felt good.
Oh, in the Premier League.
Jamal Lewis. God, the way he hit that ball.
Was that the last Premier League win?
He hit that ball so true.
God, it was.
Straight across the keeper in the back of the net.
That
Honestly,
was so long ago.
If we beat Chelsea away, I'm on an all-nighter.
I don't think we will.
How can you go from being positive to...
No, I don't think we're going to win. I think we'll get a point.
I'll love a point. Let us know in the comments.
So would I.
Are you thinking we'll get something from Chelsea, or are me and Jack feeling a little bit lively from one of these beautiful Laken affinities?
Are you playing 5 at the back?
Yes. I mean, if you gave me the reins, I'd play 9 at the back. Mate, you think I'm joking?
No, I know you're not. Yeah, and that's the worry.
Passion, 9 at the back, mate. Chelsea. Oh.
You like Chelsea, don't you?
Chelsea are a solid side.
You've always liked Chelsea. It's been
Chelsea are, mate.
You don't like many things, but Chelsea are one.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think they've always been decent, haven't they?
Well, I guess in our lifetime, yeah.
Proper football club.
I watched them against Brentford and thought, cool.
Yeah, no,
but a bit of that.
Well, no, but Brentford are playing well, aren't they?
Yes, but I think on our day we can put in a performance that replicates what we saw against Brentford. And this is the other thing. One final rant. Sick and tired of Brentford.
Don't start me. Don't start me.
It's the Sheffield United of 2 seasons ago.
Well, it worked for them, didn't it?
It's just so annoying.
Yeah, but fine.
It's so annoying.
Yeah, but you have to accept it. If you can't change something, change the way you think about it.
No, I'm not willing to do that.
But that is self-psychology at its finest.
Yeah, but I don't want
to get through this season, Jack, you cannot let Brentford get to you, because they are going to
Yeah, but we should be above them, Chris. We beat them twice last season.
They beat us to our #1 transfer target in Christophe Ager.
Well, what does that say about us?
Exactly.
That's not making me feel better.
No, my point is, you have to...
So you're saying Brentford are bigger than Norwich?
It's not about Brentford.
That's what you're saying.
Oh,
and I really don't like that.
Piss off.
No, that is exactly what you're saying.
It's not about Brentford. It's about Norwich City Football Club. Forget Brentford. Forget them. We can't... Yes, it's annoying. Yes, I'm sick with jealousy. Sick with jealousy.
Not of their ground.
But I'm... Lego Stadium. Absolute Lego Stadium.
It looks worse in real life.
Oh, it's horrendous. Absolute dive. Anyway, should we stop? Because I feel like we're just ranting.
Good therapy sessions.
Yeah,
always.
I hope this has helped people. If it has, leave this a like if you're watching on YouTube.
I admire my final message is I admire Norwich fans. I really do. I've never known a fan base so positive about not winning in 8. I really haven't. It's remarkable.
And maybe that's a blessing for Norwich City in disguise, without going into a negativity hole again.
What's coming up this week? What are you up to?
Well, let me tell you what's coming up this week.
Well, I will let you.
We have got a TNC opposition preview.
Have we?
When is this coming out?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, we're filming it Monday night. Out tomorrow night?
That's tonight.
Yeah, out tomorrow night.
You're filming it tonight?
Filming it tonight, and it's out tomorrow night.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I see.
Yeah,
I see what you're doing.
Is it out tomorrow night? Tuesday night?
Oh, you've completely lost me now.
When is this podcast going out?
Tuesday.
Yes. And what is the day today, Jack?
Monday.
Mate, you've lost your head.
Yeah, but I don't know what you're doing. Are you filming it on Monday?
We filmed it today on Monday.
Oh, you've already done it?
No, you bloody plonker. The TNC Podcast.
I thought you meant the opposition preview.
Opposition preview is going to be filmed tomorrow night, but it's going to be out on Wednesday night.
Right, I see.
Not Thursday. We're bringing it a day earlier this week because I'm off to Paris. Long story.
Is that this week?
Yeah, you know.
Bonjour.
Au revoir.
Je m'appelle Jacques. Je suis anglais.
We are mad.
Pierre Lemelin.
Keep the faith. Right? By the way, keep the faith. Seriously, don't. You know, one thing I'd advise is don't listen to me and Jack. It's not healthy.
That's not good advice. It's the only thing we should be advising. You've just ruined our business model.
On the ball, City.
Thanks so much for watching.
A win will come soon. Believe.
He's saying that for 18 months. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good time in Paris.
Thank you.
Looking forward to seeing all the pictures. And for everyone going to Stamford Bridge, safe trip. Be safe.
Last thing, very last thing. If you are listening to this right now on iTunes, and quite frankly, even if you're not listening to this on iTunes, if you've always enjoyed the TNC Podcast, I know a lot of dedicated fans out there, go over to iTunes and give us a 5-star rating, nothing less. If you do that and leave a comment, we'll read it out in the next episode.
Oh, that's a nice little touch. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. Laken's 20% off in the description. We'll see you all again very soon. Bye-bye.